And welcome to the video log of Holly and Brian's 2025 Nepal trip, where we discuss all the comings and goings on our recent adventure. All right, this is day 2 of our big adventure. We missed our connecting flight from Singapore to go to Kathmandu, so we had to stay the night in Singapore. And there's a Formula One race going on this weekend, so pretty much all the hotels are sold out. But we did find one. It turns out it's in the red light district. So that's been an adventure. So I'm going to turn the camera. So here's our room. Say hi, Holly. Hello. And here's our bathroom. And then let's look outside real quick. The Singapore airport is actually a pretty interesting place. It's got a lot of modern stuff, neat shops, and interesting attractions for travelers. And we made it to Kathmandu. And here is a look at our hotel room in Kathmandu. All right, we've made it to Kathmandu. We are at the Monkey Temple. Alright, slightly different. Change of plans. We're going to drive to Ramashop Sunday afternoon. We're going to take the long route, so it should be exciting. We'll see. We are in Ramashop, waiting to take our flight to Lukla. Drove in last night on a drive I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Not gonna lie, it was one of the worst experiences of my life. But we're here, but there's 3 days of a backup, and there is low clouds, so I am not optimistic that we're gonna make it out today. But a lot of people. But we got lucky and found ourselves on the last flight of the day. All right, we are on our way to Lukla from Ramashop. There's our flight.
We need to wait some time here.
Yeah, we are walking through the street of Lukla, 9,300 feet. I guess I need to convert everything to meters now. Very near the trail trek starting. Say hi, Holly. All right, we're getting started. Mile 1 of the trek. Here we go. And this is the first of a number of tea houses, or really lodges, that we encounter along the trail. All right, this is day 2 of our trek. We're on our way to Namche. We're probably an hour away. Say hi, Holly. Everything's going well. Trail is in great condition. Weather is great. And we'll get a full day and a half for acclimatization in Namche. So looking forward to that. Until next time. And we are coming into Namche Bazaar. Over 3,400 meters, 11,000 feet. We'll be staying in one of those places. Not sure which one. Day 3 of the trek was spent in Namche, and we just did an acclimatization hike, so pretty laid back, but we got our first view of Mount Everest here. All right, we're on day 3. Today is acclimatization day in Namche. So we're heading down from our hike. Weather is very good. Chilly this morning, it'll rain this afternoon, but we squeezed this in between, and we'll spend the rest of our day lounging around town. All right, this is day 4. We are leaving Namche on our way to, I'm not sure where we're going, but we're on our way. I'm gonna flip. Say hi, Holly. Good. A great weather day so far. Onward and upward. All right, it's morning on day 5. We're in Dole at 4,070 meters, so like 13,500 feet. And it's a very picturesque valley. And we actually have a pretty short day coming up, so we'll be having lunch in the next town to the north. All right, day 5, we're at 4,310 meters, so about 14,100 feet. And our first sightings of a few patches of snow. Should be a lot more to come. All right, this is day 5. We're at 4,460 meters, about 14,500 feet. And we finally encountered the snow. It's actually quite hot, but I've got a jacket on to protect from sunburn. The place we're going to stay is actually a little bit lower than this. It's the high spot of the day. This is day 5. I'm on an acclimatization hike. Right now I'm right at 15,000 feet. That's where we're staying, way down there. Perfect weather. Love to see the snow. It's very, very uncommon for there to be snow here in early October. This is perhaps a generational event. We lucked out. This is the first of the Gokyo lakes. We're over 15,000 feet. Working our way up to the community of Gokyo. We have hit all snow. No more mud.
Okay, okay. It's good. Yeah, because we have guide and porter, and I mean, it's nice to have.
It's nice
You
to
just
have a
follow
porter.
him.
Yeah.
I don't think it's color. No? Nah, it doesn't look like a color day. But it's still impressive, you know.
This is day 8 of our trek, and we are just east of Gokyo. We are crossing the largest glacier in Asia. We're on the glacier right now. There's the lateral moraine. All right, this is day 9. We are heading up to Cho La Pass at about 5,365 meters or so, 17,700, 800 feet. We started at 4:20 a.m. We should get to the pass by about 7:30. So far, so good. Great conditions. You can see the twilight coming up. Okay, we're at over 5,000 meters. Here comes our guide coming up on our way to Cho La Pass. Day 9. Pass is over there. Wish us luck. It's almost sunrise. All right, we're at the top of Cho La Pass, 5,330 meters. We're in the shade and the cold all morning, but the reward is sunshine and warmth. You can see people coming up from the east side of the pass. Beautiful. This is day 10 of our trek. We are going from Zongala to Gorishup, and at the moment we're waiting for some yak. All right, day 10, we're about to do our glacier crossing before Gorishup. See people. We are walking along the west lateral moraine of the Khumbu Glacier on the way to Everest Base Camp. Should be there in 20 or 30 minutes. And we did it! Everest Base Camp at 17,500 feet. There's the start of the Khumbu Glacier, the Khumbu Icefall, and Mount Everest in the clouds. There's the lower part of the valley. Very impressive. Okay, we're leaving Everest Base Camp. There's the Khumbu Glacier. We are walking on one of the most recent lateral moraine. There's a previous one, much bigger.
Hello.
Meltwater from the Khumbu Glacier. All right, this is day 11. And we started the day in Gorishup at 5,100 meters. And we are heading to Pengboche, just under 4,000 meters, 13 miles away. Here's a section of trail that washed out in the early October flood. All right, this is day 14 on the trail. We are heading back to Lukla. We're about 3 miles away. And because of the time we left and when the flights start coming into Lukla, we have the trail mostly to ourselves, except for the donkeys and the porters. So we'll check back in once we get to the end of the trail. All right, this is day 14, mile 89, and we have hit the finish line. Wave hi, Holly. Here it is. All these people waiting to get started. So we did it. Say hi, Holly. Here comes our guide. Back. Right back. All right, time to leave Lukla. We are boarding our flight, and we are going to Kathmandu, not to Rameshop. So we got a little lucky today. This is day 2 of the Tihar Festival of Lights in Nepal. It's the second biggest festival of the year. It's probably hard to see, but there are flashing lights. They look like Christmas lights all over town. And music and fireworks in the distance. It's a big deal. Alright, we're leaving Nepal. Here's our plane. Alright, here we are coming back home. The end of a trip. Say hi.